in this time. This is February, and this is one of the most elevated times for hoovering out of all of the calendar is during this time, Valentine's. Because Valentine, you usually want to be with someone and you call them your Valentine. But the narcissists know that they can take opportunities for those who get lonely and really want to spend time with someone. And the narcissists, because when they discarded you, they never left a closed door. They left that door open. You don't know why they left. You didn't even know they were going to leave. And then they show up. And usually when they show up with a false sense of loving you, a false sense of saying, I'm sorry. They show up saying, I would never do that again. I love you more than anything. And I recognized when I was away how much you meant to me. Hoover time. And usually when the love bombing starts over again. The only thing about receiving the Hoover, there are Hoovers that would love bomb. Then there are guilt Hoovers. There are Hoovers where the narcissists say, I will never, ever leave you again. They have no capacity to keep that promise to you. And so they make promises that they cannot keep. And what they're banking on, that when they discarded you, they didn't close the door and the trauma bond will go into effect. And because they didn't close the door, you want to know what happened. You want to know, why did you leave? You want to know, what did I do? And they can't even tell you nothing you did. So they have to go to the blame game. Well, I left because I felt like that you didn't love me. I left because I felt like you didn't care for me. Hello there, Danielle. How are you? Thank you for joining me on this evening. We are talking about Hoover time. This is Valentine's time. Valentine's. And in Valentine's, you are expected to be Hoover, even if they've been gone for 10 years. I've had letters and had conversation with narcissists that have been gone for 10, 15 years, all of a sudden showing up around this time. Love bombing. Let's talk about the love bombing. Hello there, Eclipse. How are you? I'm lonely. That is terrible. You shouldn't be lonely. Have you ever been with a narcissist? Have you been discarded, or are you free? Hello there, Haka. How are you? Good to have you on board with us. We are talking about Hoover time because it is February. And it's the time where the narcissists want to pull out all stops because they feel like, you are lonely. I want to be with somebody. They want you lonely and they want you to be with them, because if you went no contact and you open that contact up, what'll happen is that trauma bond will spring up. That dependency will spring up. And you won't think that it is there. You won't think that it matters, but it does. It matters. That obsession, that addiction, especially when you was with the narcissist a while and they just walked out. You have no explanation for why they walked out. Then that addiction would kick in the moment you let your guards down. You would start going to explaining why you're letting them in. Cognizant dissonance excuses what you know shouldn't happen. And I should not break my no contact order on my life, but you do. I should not answer the phone, and you recognize the number, but you do. Or you don't recognize the number because it is them coming in with a Hoover by proxy. And the Hoover by proxy means they're going to use a family member, a co-worker, anything or any person other than themselves, because they want to make sure they don't get a narcissistic hurt or a narcissistic wound. So they use other people to come in to locate where you are. And then they will tell you, well, why don't you call me? Well, if you call them, you're breaking the no contact order, that you have put a restraining order on your life and say, I'm done with that. I'm not going back through that. I'm not going to be hurt like that again. So let them move on as I move on. I'm healed. I'm whole. I'm over it. But if you go back and start dabbling, all of those emotions come in like a rushing wave. And you said, well, I thought I was over it. I thought I can handle it. I just wanted to know, why did you do me like that? Why did you leave without an explanation? Why there was no regards to my feelings? Why was there no regards to my feelings? They don't care about your feelings. The narcissist is not coming back because of you. The narcissist is coming back because of them. They probably cannot get this kind of supply that you were to them. So they weren't getting from the supply that they had previously to coming back to you. So they coming back to you. They could have got put out. They could have lost their job. They could miss the law of economics that you was displaying toward them. And sometimes they will even use the kids. They haven't said hello, nothing. They haven't visited the kids. But now they're going to take you to court because that's their kids and that's their right. Narcissists know when there's prime supply. They know when that supply is given them. And while they're out there trying to get everything, yes, they're getting supply, but they're not getting what you were given to them. So they come back with love bombing. They come back begging. They come back pleading. And the one thing the narcissist will use is sex. Especially when they know that they're good at it. They just want to get you in bed where you say yes. She says, sadly, I'm surrounded by narcissistic people. Why are you surrounded by them? Are you married to a narcissist? Is there a family issue that you're surrounded, eclipsed by narcissist people? Because these people are patterned. These people are habitual. These people are not changeable. They're immutable. They will not change. They're not going to change the course of their action. They will change their action to meet what their behavior. Family issues. Okay. Do you have to be with them? Eclipse, do you have to be there? Do you have to be with them? Because that's misery to be surrounded by narcissists. Because in the end, it has to be their way. Everybody gonna be miserable because the narcissist is not gonna give. They're not gonna share anything. And when they share, it's because if they give you a dime, they know they can get $3 back. That's why. And this is Hoover time. When people are lonely. Now that's something. You're surrounded by family and you sound lonely. Being around people does not take care of loneliness. Being capacitated and find somebody that satisfies you, that take care of loneliness. Because you can be in a crowd and still be lonely. She said, no, luckily I got away. Good. But you got to get rid of the loneliness. Eclipse, the loneliness is not good. Because even if you meet someone, guess what you're going to draw? You're going to draw what's inside of you. You're going to draw 9 times out of 10 another narcissist. And remember, when they come to you, they're not going to come looking like a narcissist. They're going to come, you can feel there's something that's not right about them, but they're going to come love bombing you. And when they love bomb you, they're going to find out what you like. They're going to find out what you want. They're going to find out what you require. And that's what they want to cater to you. Because if they give that to the end, to you in the beginning, in the end, they end up getting what they want. When the masks fall off, it's always love bombing. And in the love bump, it seems like they're so caring. They're so concerned. They're not concerned. They have done this before 9 times out of 10 when you're dealing with the upper mid-grade narcissist, the mid-grade narcissist, and the greater narcissist, which they call the ultra narcissist. Then they know that they're in. They give you the number, you call, you talk to them for a week, they already assume they got the hooks in. And narcissist relationship move very fast. I mean, in 30 days, 2 months, they want to marry you. Because they tell you, I've never been in love like this. I never met anyone like this. Eclipse said, for a while I let people play with my emotions. She said, and I always ended up in a heartbreak and it made develop things like social anxiety and depression. Kill. My son became sick and hospitalized, and I did have contact with him 5 years. I called him for that, but he has started blaming me for nothing. I even became sick. Usually, that is a trait. Physical repulsion, physical illness. Why? Because your body goes under stress. The energy that the narcissists have with blaming, jealousies, accusation, the narcissist is so degrading until they totally deprive you of any security. They totally deprive you of anything that's going to build you up in your self-worth. And they blame you and blame you. And the trauma bonding is they love you, torment you. They bring you in, they push you out. They act like they're gathering you in, and then they push you out. They deprive you and then love you. And so what that does is send your emotion into an emotional imbalance. And then after a while, your brain don't know what they're doing. That's what they want to work for them. You see what I'm saying? And you have to be careful during this time. This is Valentine's Day. This is the highest hunting season with the narcissist. And eclipse, that is so unfortunate. Kill, that is really crazy. That is really crazy. You are sick and your son is sick. And unfortunately, in 5 years, she said, I did have contact. So you had no contact with him for 5 years. My son has been sick and hospitalized. Was it necessary to contact him? Was he hospitalized because maybe they needed something from him? Because the narcissist is not going to care that he's sick. The narcissist is not going to care that he's hospitalized. He's only going to care what works for him, what caters to him. If it caters to him and it works for him, then the narcissist is going to care. And then he comes in with a mask. And then when the mask fall off, it's disillusion. Hey, Jenny Mao, thank you so much for joining me on today. We're talking about Hoovers, and we already got a conversation piece. Eclipse is bringing in some volatile information. And you can go back and you can read the things that she said so you can see why we are commenting the way we comment. Eclipse, I am so sorry that is. And Kill, oh my Lord. How old is your child? Kill, how old is your child? Because the narcissists see opportunity. It's unfortunate that your child is sick, but he's not going to see the child sick. He's going to see an opportunity. He's going to take advantage of an opportunity. And that's terrible. Jenny Miles said, oh, my sister, you are the gift from God. Only the truth speaker. And that's the truth. That's the truth. The narcissist, and see, when you contact him, he going to see an open door. And if you were main supply, and he got another main supply, what the narcissists do with two main supply, one that's been discarded, that has re-entered the life, and one that is right now into his life. He challenged those main supply to see who would give him the greatest fuel. And one who gives him the greatest fuel, that primary supply can become a secondary supply. She said, I isolated myself for years. She said, and shut down from everyone everything because of it. Yeah, I know. I know. And that's what they want you as isolation. That's why I tell anybody, when you come out of a relationship with a narcissist, get you a good therapist, get you a good life coach, resuscitate, stay away, don't contact them, stay no contact, because the longer you've been with them, that onion begin to unfold. That's the longer it's going to take that therapist and that life coach to unfold all of the hurt, all of the pains, all of the deception, all of the disillusionment, all of the blame, all of the jealousies, all of the torment, all of the sleepless night, all of the behavior, misconduct, all of the network of having your name shamed. The narcissist is a narcissist, is a narcissist. You said, but we have 5 kids together. The narcissist see the kids as an extension of him to use at will, not to care for them, to use them at will. That's what they see them as, an extension. That's why the narcissist, if the kids don't benefit them, they won't even contact the kids. They won't even take care of the kids. Out of sight, out of mind. But when it is feasible, they will come back. She said, I got a lot of it from my dad. And see, when you have family, the thing about family is you can't lose them. If you live with them, do you live with your family? Is there a way that you can be on your own away from the family? Because sometimes our obligation with family will hinder us from doing what we need to do because we feel obligated to our family. We feel shame if we don't do what we're supposed to do with our family because they done taught us all our lives how to serve them. And you feel that if you don't serve them, you're out of order. But being with them is killing you. Being with them is hindering your dreams. Being with them is stopping you. Unfortunately, they don't really care about all that. They only care about what they care about. Hello, they're born to praise, born to raise hell. She said, what is this about? Hoovering. Getting over the narcissist. When the narcissists come to check you out, when the narcissists break their discard or break your escape. Kill said, I had to contact him because his child had a sickness, had a problem. And the narcissist will tell you they're sick. They will tell you they got a problem. They will tell you they need you for something, have nothing to do with you. And then you find out they got put out their job or they needed supply because the supply was not going like they thought. And when the supply is not going like they thought, they're like vampires. They need fuel like a vampire needs blood. And then when they're used to quality fuel and they're just getting regular fuel, it's not going to fly over with them too much. They're going for the quality fuel. They need the quality fuel. So they're looking for primary supply, top of the line fuel. Because the energy that comes from primary supply is more powerful than regular supply. And they want you back because they don't have it as good as they had it with you. And sometimes a supply can be so argumentative. With you, it wasn't argumentative. But you can't keep them happy. Even if you gave them everything, they are not happy. They are not satisfied. And once again, those of you that let them back in, it's going to be worse because they're going to make you pay for them leaving. You say, I didn't tell them to leave. It doesn't matter, they left. And they're going to blame you for them leaving. They're going to blame you from everything that they went through. It's your fault that they suffer. It's your fault that they don't have prime supply. Danielle said this conversation is about the narcissist abuse and hoovering. Absolutely. And I'm telling you, February is the most hunting month among the narcissists. When they have kids by the mother, then it's Mother's Day. Christmas, they usually hate unless they're the focus of attention because other people are giving you attention. Other people are giving you presents. So they don't like it. She said, I'm trying to recover. How long were you there? And how long have you been gone? Eclipse, how long were you there? And how long were you gone? Hello there. Anna, what's that? Anub have two. She said, can I ask a question? Of course. Please ask the question. Please ask the question. Because we are talking about hoovering. And most people that is being hoovered, 14 years there and 1 year gone. See, that's what I'm talking about. You still an embryo in the departure state. It usually, for 3 months of being with a narcissist, it can, sometimes that pattern can be broken and recovery can come quicker. But for 3 months with a narcissist is usually the average of 2 years of healing. Hello there, Wiz. She said, what's your opinion on Islam? This is not a porter where we talk about Islam. This is a porter where we're talking about narcissism. So I really want to stay with the topic. Thank you so much for being with us at this time. She said, okay. Let me see what I can do. She said, my bad. I'm sorry, sis. No problem. No problem. Okay. Let me see. There you go. Good. So when you think about it, good. Thank you, Danielle. When you think about it, you have to keep your shields up now. And eclipse, no, that was kill. Kill the fact that you had to break the no contact. It can be very dangerous. You got him for your son. Unfortunately, your son is not the highest priority. And it doesn't matter how sick he is, how ill he is not the narcissist's highest priority. The narcissist's highest priority is himself. He will use this opportunity because it can get to you. He will use your child because it will get to you. But their whole thing is to get to you, to bring you back under that restraint, to bring you back under that control. You'll be thinking about your son. You'll be thinking about his healing. You'll be thinking about what he needs to get him in recovery. And the narcissist is thinking about what he needs. Because he don't want to recover. He don't want you to recover. He just don't want you to leave. He want you right there with him. You said, but I thought the narcissist was able to go on and don't think about you. Not when you primary supply. She said, the worst bit is I watch my mom go through it all. The abuse. Of course. Of course. It's even worse if she's an empath. Because she gets the full brunt of what is happening to her. Of course. And it's unfortunate. So are you on your own, still eclipse, or are you still there in the midst of that? Are you on your own, eclipse, or are you still there in the midst of that torment? And kill, once you broke no contact, how did that work for you? Okay, you're on your own. So you have an opportunity to recover. You can go to psychologytoday.com. You can put in, especially if you have insurance, you can put in Psychology Today and request a narcissist specialist, a narcissist therapy, a therapist that's well abreast with narcissists. And you can interview them and see, do they meet your standards? Psychology Today, psychologytoday.com. And they have a whole host in your particular city of therapists that you can call, because you're going to need, after 14 years, you're going to need some serious recovery. You're going to need some serious help, because leaving and getting away is not enough. You will ruminate, you will be tormenting of the past. They're going to have to go into your psyche and begin to clear years of abuse, years of devastation, years of things happening to you, years of being degraded, abandonment, rejection. All of those things need to be evaluated, assessed, and there are different programs that can help you. There are different programs that can assist you with the torment that you've been through, because you can't do this on your own, little princess. Let help get involved. Psychology Today. Look it up under your city. Request a narcissist specialist. She said, thank you for the advice. I will try therapy and psychology. I'll keep in touch. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because that's how your relief comes. Sometimes you have to get to the point where you need others to help you. You need assistance. You can't do it on your own. And especially when there's family holidays, family times and birthdays and anniversaries. Hello there, Christina. I am a single mom, and I live alone in an apartment complex. And I'm dealing with a lot of perverted men who have interest in me. And I'm dealing with jealous, messy female neighbors. How do I cope? Unless they personally do something to you, their feelings should not matter. Please help. Yeah. If you know that they are an endangerment, you can report it. Usually when you make a call and report, if like they're harassing you, you can report all harassment. But because they're jealous, the police, that's not enough for any help. They won't do anything for you unless you feel threatened, your children feel threatened, and then what you can do is call and get some help. And that because there's no physical incident at the time that they are coming, however, there's paperwork that you did call. She said, they vandalized my car. I called the police. They will not stop. Just keep making reports. Keep making reports. As a matter of fact, you can call the domestic hotline, because domestic violence can be taken very serious. Let me give you the number for the domestic hotline. Because domestic violence, you can't ever, if they're willing to vandalize your car, they'll be willing to do other things. Let me see, domestic hotline. Let me get that for you. And you can call them, and they can assist you even if you have to get out of danger. They can assist you in getting out of danger. Now, once you call them, you cannot relay that to anybody. You can't tell anybody, not even those closest to you, that you are calling them. Let me get the number for domestic violence. Domestic violence. Because there is help. Okay, domestic violence. Let me see. Okay, hold on, baby. This is the number. 1-800. Maybe you can put this down for me too, Danielle. 1-800-799. There you go. Danielle got it. Now, when you call them, they will tell you don't utter a word to anybody, not even family. When you tell somebody you're leaving, you have to know that they're not a flying monkey. They have no attachment to the individuals that are doing you wrong or to the narcissist, because sometimes we don't even know that the narcissists have any dealings with them. Christina, I got the number. Good job. Or call your local 211. Yeah, the domestic violence is better because the local 211, sometimes they are so busy with other issues. She said, how do you recommend dealing with gaining custody of a small piece of a small niece raised by the narcissist? Abusive sister. Niece was also an only child and homeless and struggling being with 3 other children now. Is it 24 hours? It's a 24-hour hotline. Yes, it is. Yes, it's 24 hours. The thing you can do, if there is abuse, you can call CPS. You can call CPS and you can become a mandatory reporter. If you can get other witnesses involved, if you get other witnesses involved that can witness the same thing that you are witnessing. Sorry, guys, my cat. I can't spend any time with him. Get other witnesses that see that kind of harassment, then you can utter it to someone else that can verify it. Yeah, you can verify it. And a mandatory reporter, they will have to look into the case whether they find something or not. So if you know that they will find something that is out of order, they will challenge what they see. CPS is already involved, but because I chose to take her and she is safe now, they closed the case. So what problem are you having? Is she harassing you concerning the child? What I would do, after you keep the child for a while, I would see if I can set up the court for adoption. So one day she won't say that she's okay and go to court and say that she have this, she have that, but she's the same, and then the child will be at jeopardy again. Because unless there is an adoption, that's still her daughter. And even though you have her, unless there is paperwork giving you the right to that child, because you can get some paperwork, get it notarized, and you probably can't do that by your sister, but maybe you can ask for witnesses while the child is with you, and you can get it notarized and take that notarization to the court, get the court to substantiate that the child is with you because the mother is unfit, and it can set you up for adoption. This program really I have for the last 4 years. This program really did it help you? Did it help you kill? Did that program assist you with the children? And is the child, okay, they helped you, okay. Does the child belong to the narcissist? Does the child? Yes. Okay. I would, if you're in a program make sure you do a paper trail, because in the courts are going to need a paper trail. There is one of my spiritual daughters. Her name is Cluster Be Free Karen. She's on YouTube, and she is a life coach. Cluster, Sluster, B, just a B, and Free Karen. C is Karyn. Danielle, could you put this up? I want you to look for her in YouTube. Your channel helped me, Helen. You know what? I am so glad, but I'm going to tell you this. I want to help you even more, because she is very experienced with a lot of court cases and a lot of court issues. And I mean, the information she have is priceless. Cluster Be Free Karen. And you can get her, you can DM her on Instagram. There you go. Thank you so much. And you can send her comments and give her your email, and she will get back with you. She specializes in these cases, and she's going to school for this. I want you to contact her and let her know that I gave you her name, and for you to be contacted. She will set you up, because there are court systems that will fight for you if you have the adequate information. But when you fight against the narcissist, you got to have your information aligned, and never say narcissist in court, because there's not been a proper diagnosis. So you can be set up with a paper trail that will give you power over your child to take away the rights of the narcissist over the child. So access that. Cluster Be Free Karen. And Danielle has put that up for you. Thank you, Danielle. And you can access that channel. Yeah, make sure you access that channel. There is relief. There is an answer. It looked like it isn't, but it is. Even with you, Eclipse, when you are thinking, I need help to get out of this, and you can. Is that Haji or Jahaji? Thank you for confirming what I needed to know. The fear of repercussion is terrible. It is. Yes, it is. I know it is. And the narcissist always cause grievance. They always cause you to pay. Anything you do that they don't like, there is repercussions. That's why you have to set yourself up for the greatest defense system. You have to set yourself up for the greatest reprieve. And no contact. If you don't have to contact them, just like make sure you have a court order that is going to advise you on visitation rights. Never just assume. Get a court order, and they must apply what the court has said to the visitation rights of the children, and keep everything. Write down everything. Don't leave nothing for granted. Cluster Be Free Karen is on. Karen, I was just talking about you, and I gave them your site on YouTube concerning court issues. Young lady is going to contact you, and she go by Kill. She's going to contact you so you can help her. Kill Christina Jahaji, be encouraged. All right. But Karen, look at Kill. Look at the notes. Look at the notes. And I was telling her your knowledge of the court system is just amazing, how you can help her. So I gave her your site on YouTube, told her to leave comment and to leave her information, and you will contact her because she needs the information. you have. And you are very detailed and extraordinary when dealing with court issues. So I've referred her to you. And as you read these notes, you can get in contact with her. She said, I heard you refer Kill to me. Yeah, clusterbefree@gmail.com. Clusterbefree. And look at that. Be free. If you can cut and paste that, Danielle, so we can keep it before Kill's eyes. Because she's going to need this information. Yeah, clusterbefreekaren.com. I'm telling you, the one thing I know is during this time, you see what I mean when I say this is the most hunted moment. Hello there, Justin Carwell. How are you? Thank you for joining me on today. This is the most hoovered time, because that narcissist wants to hoover you, and he wants your guards down. And the reason you know that they're coming back at this time, because it's not well out there. It is not well out there. They're not as happy as they seem. You look on the internet, they seem like they're happy, having the fun of their life. Then why would they want to hoover you? She said, what we're doing. Please read Sarah, what's that, Alfaha? Okay, she deleted that. Can I have moderator? Okay. Amelia, take care of that. Danielle, good. She said, those knocks consistently bother me and they won't stop. No, they're not going to stop. They need fuel. They're like vampires. You can never get a vampire to go to their coffin until they get a bite. Of course they're not. You was once fuel. And anytime you've ever been with a narcissist, the narcissist always consider you as his. That's why, like most of you were saying, after all this time, after all of these years, they come back. They're coming back to their nest to get what they think belongs to them. And you're thinking, I'm finally free. You are never free. As long as the narcissist can get in contact with you, they will be gone for years and all of a sudden show up out of nowhere. Christina said, I'd be up all night. They walk by my door 4:30 a.m. in the morning. You know why? Because they're vagabonds. They don't need sleep. You need sleep. They're restless. And they want you restless. They will talk to you all night, and just when you think you've made headway, they will word salad and go back to the same thing that y'all started talking about. Danielle, you can handle that too. And they are word salad, and word salad is confused communication. It's confusion. And that's all they start, is confusion. She said, I'd be so scared. These are my neighbors. Oh, girl, you're going to have to... Are you a Christian, Christina? Are you a Christian? She said, before Valentine's Day, the narcissists are reaching out via text, telephone to Hoover. She said they will send others to Hoover by proxy. Yeah, we talked about that. She said, my wife was very controlling. She used our first two-year-old daughter as a weapon, and telling her family, lying, saying, I don't want to be a dad, but I'm reaching out and no response from her. Of course, but every time you reach out, notate it. Every time you reach out, make a note of it. You got to have a paper trail, even if it looked like nothing is being done. Okay, Christina, she said, yes, I'm a Christian. You got to maximize prayer in your Bible. She said, but she pushed me out of my daughter's life due to her narcissism. Of course, they always do things and blame you. It's never their fault. They are the one with the behavior problem, but it's never their fault that they're exemplifying this behavior problem. Of course, it's always your fault because they have an inability to look with the uh, inability to look inside themselves. And so, you know, they're more important than anyone else. She said, I pray day and night, all day and all night. Okay, then let's bump up your belief system. Let's bump up your belief system. Pray a safeguard around your house. 4 a.m.? Who need to walk around your door at 4 a.m.? You need to rebuke that. She said, Christina said, okay, yeah. Because they got no business walking around your door at 4 a.m. They should be walking around their door at 4 a.m., not yours. Because prayer works. And sometimes it's not a matter of praying, it's a matter of belief in prayer. And sometimes we got to belief, raise up our belief system. No faith, little faith, then great faith. Lift it up. She said, I've lived alone and they're trying to terrify me. Don't let them. Don't let them at all. Okay. Semelson. Let's get rid of him. Let's get rid of them. Danielle. There you go. She said, Marquis is a child abuse to keep a child away from him. Their father or mother. Get parental alienation coach to help you. Absolutely. And see, that's why I'm saying you're going to have to maximize a court system because the narcissist will charge you for abduction, and you want to make sure that you have the court behind you. Do you believe karma will come back on an? Of course. It always does. It always does. It always does. They always get what's coming to them. The fact that they're coming back to you let you know they're getting what belongs to them. Because if they was doing so good, why didn't they stay out there? Because it wasn't working. And they need you back. They need you to cater to them. They need your fuel. The fuel they're getting was not top quality fuel like you. Or narcissists will not come back. They're too selfish just to come back. They come back for what they think serve them. That's why they come back. That's why you see them. That's why all of a sudden they're reminders of them. You get an email. You get a flower at the door. You get mail. Their sisters, brother, cousin, uncle, mama, daddy, auntie contact you concerning them. Are you all right? Do you need anything? Well, where were you 5 years ago? Where were you 6 months ago? They didn't need you then because they was occupied with supply. She said, my narcissist neighbor constantly stalk and harass me. I don't talk to them and I don't bother them. I don't know why they are targeting me. Somebody, they could be working for somebody. The narcissist could be in contact with them. Don't ever underestimate the situation. Call the police anyway. Even if they can't do anything, make a note of it. I think I'm being stalked. I'm being harassed. People walking around my house. They're doing this. Just keep a paper trail of you calling. Because enough calls, enough paper trail, somebody gonna look into something. Believe me, because it's too much information to ignore. Make sure you got a paper trail. Make sure you keep note of everything that is happening. Oh, stay on it, Danielle. I really appreciate it. Yeah, documents, attempt to reach your child, send off gift certificate. Oh, certified. Contact CPS and police. Yeah, we've said all of that. Yeah, we've said all of that. Be a mandatory reporter. What is going to help you is making sure you have a paper trail. She said, Blanca, yeah, you're looking at me or someone else. When you have been notified by the narcissist, you start writing, especially when they've been gone for a while. You start writing. You don't leave nothing to chance. You don't leave nothing uncovered. You have a notebook, and your notebook should match their records. And you should have more because you're writing it out. If there's any witnesses, always write down the witnesses at hand. Keep your documents because in the court of law, only facts make headway. Not your opinion, not even your experience. It's the facts that can back up the experience, that can prove the experience, that make headway. And you better know during this month of February, which is the most hunting month of all the other 11 months, February, and it's the shortest month. So they have to do the greatest work, and they have to do the quickest work. And they want to work on your emotions, work on your mind. And Marquise Cooper said, it brought me down and stressed even though she pushed me away. Now her family contacted me with lies she told, and she's not happy even though she pushed you out. Of course not. Of course not. Narcissists are always cutting up. They're always cutting off their hand. And the only way they can do is a smear campaign to smear you like you wrong because probably the mask fell off and now they are showing up with what they did. And you can see some things they did. Narcissists are not totally stupid. Come on. They are schemers and manipulators. And they think ahead. And they try to jump on it before you jump on it. That's why you got to have all your documents together. And it doesn't matter who they use. If you don't know for sure that they're not hello there, Pat, how are you? Let's take care of them. Time out. There you go. Good job. So you have to always keep a paper trail. Always keep a paper trail. All of your information has to be volatile, and it has to be validated by time, incident, people, place. All the information that you can provide will help you in the future. All of it will help you in the future. Because the narcissist never stop. She said, I've contacted the police so many times. Yeah, I know you did, but keep doing it. And they won't do nothing. I feel like my back is against the wall. She said, I really don't think they will attack me. I really think they will attack me one day. No, your prayers are working because the truth of it is, if they were going to, they would. We're down to the 10-minute mark, y'all. She said, Trisha say, the malignant narcissist just tried to put a crowbar in my tire for the 4th time because I won't break no contact. I guess he's running out of supply. Absolutely, he's getting desperate. He's getting desperate. And this desperation is causing him to go to the extreme. Okay, free Palestine had nothing to do with this situation. Danielle, she's taking care of it. There you go. Christina said, they are getting closer and closer in my personal space. That's why I think they will attack me. No, what they need is your negative energy. They need to feel your negative energy. They need that fearful energy because that fear is what's pulling them. Because the truth of it is, if they're doing that, they could have hurt you a long time ago. They need you to be so fearful and terrorized, and you cannot feed them. She said narcissists use Valentine's Day to hoover because all of the sentiments for that day. Absolutely. She said narcissists count on nostalgia and unhealed targets, wanting love and companionship. Yep, that's what we were saying earlier. She said, do you feel my wife wants me back even though she's a narcissist? The narcissists don't want you back because they love you. The narcissists want you back because they need supply. And if you go back, it's going to be worse than before because a narcissist don't know how to change. They know how to stay the same. And so staying the same is to bring you into a greater torment. Anytime you break no contact, know that you're going to be in a greater torment. And that is called a tormenting or a persecuted Hoover. A persecuted Hoover is when they prosecute you for being away from them, even though they left and doing the smear campaign. That is an extreme Hoover. And the extreme Hoover is always painful. And what they want you to do is say, oh, forget it. And you give up and break the no contact. You don't break the no contact. Under no circumstances, under no situation, do you break the contact. We got 5 minutes. What questions do you have for me in this 5 minutes? Karen is on in this 5 minutes. And I will be back here on next Wednesday. Please look for videos. I'm going to start doing videos and putting them up. When you get these videos, please like and share the video and subscribe to my channel. This is M. May. Oh, hello there, MXW. Good morning. How are you? We are registering at the 5 minute mark. We're registering at the 5 minute mark. And we are talking about hoovering. And when we come back this month, that's what we're going to deal with. Because this is the month that narcissists hunt tremendously. She said, how do you deal with the narcissist mom and dad? All right, we'll answer that. Do you think I will have to move because this is going to get intense for me? That would be a safe thing to do if you could. If you could move, if you could move and you have it where you can move without a penalty and get out of that space, it would be good. It would be good, especially if there's a malignant narcissist involved. Because if they make threats, they can carry out their threat. She said, I returned from 7 domestic violence shelter over the 33 years married to a narcissist. The abuse was worse and worse each time I returned. Trauma bond was hard to break. Finally free in 2023. Absolutely. And see, that's why I was saying you never break a no contact order that you place in on your life. Because the moment you break the no contact order, it's like lifting the dam and all of the water come rushing through. You never, 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 never break a no contact order. You never do it. No matter what, you never break the order. They don't understand or they don't respect boundaries. The narcissists never respect your boundaries. They only respect what they want. And even if you service them and give them totally what they want, you will have a miserable life because they're never satisfied. You can give into an empty well. You cannot, because they're never satisfied. They will not honor how much you love them. They will not honor how much you give to them, because it's a one-way street. And when you try to drive down a one-way street, it is not going to work. She said they don't respect boundaries. That's right. Absolutely. They do not respect them. Christina said, I'm thinking about getting a big dog to keep there anyway from my door at night. She said, and I'm scared of dogs too. You just got to get one and raise them up. Yes. Trisha said, thanks, Danielle. Allah is God. Let's get them out. This ain't nothing that has to do with Allah. Yeah. It has nothing to do with Allah. There you go. Boy, we done had the trolls on here tonight. We done had the trolls. This must be a popular, powerful subject. All right, y'all. We have been on here. If there's any other questions, we got a couple of minutes for me to answer the questions. Please look for my videos. When you see them, subscribe to my YouTube channel and make sure you like and share the page. Have a good morning, Danielle. Brista, thank you for your help, and I will call that number. Excellent. And make sure, Kill, that you access that information I gave you with Karen. And she have videos concerning court situations, excuse me, that can really help you. All right. Thank you so much. The narcissist is unhappy with you because you are helping many. Absolutely. All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this time with you, Karen. I wish you was on a little bit earlier. Thank you for coming. This is an opportunity for you to strengthen yourself. It's an opportunity for you to grow yourself. Go look at the other videos that I have online. Look at the videos, Cluster Be Free Karen. Look at the videos, Overcoming Narcissist Abuse by Dr. Brian, the TEA on NPD, Telsha. Look at these, Dr. Romani, and there are other videos that can really help you. So blessings to you. Good night, everyone. I love you to life, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.